Okay, Eunice. So we have to start with the next model, Unit 1. Okay, so I will show you my screen and we have the first grammar that it is wish. Okay, we're going to see this verb wish in order to to see what is this about. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so let's start with this. When we have this wish, okay, what are we going to do, or what is the reason that I will use wish? The meaning of wish we know because this is a verb, and we can use this wish for talking about desires, right? So now let's see what are the uses of this wish. In number one, for example, we have this. Uses of wish, okay, this grammar. We have the first used, and it is when we use wish plus always in simple past, okay? What happened here? We're going to use wish in past and simple past when we talk about, for example, when we want to give a desire maybe to somebody else or maybe only for you, what you desire for yourself in this present, okay? For example, I am in the street and I see, I don't know, a beautiful car and it is on sale. So what I will say, I will have, I wish, this is my wish. I wish, and I have to use the simple past, all the statement since the subject. I wish I wish I had money to buy that car, for example. Or I wish I had enough money to buy that car. Okay, so what does it mean? That we in the present, or maybe I'm myself in the present is walking around the street and I see a beautiful car and I say, oh, I wish I had enough money to buy that car. So this is my wish, but this wish expresses, it is expressed in the present, okay? For this present. But in the structure, we have to use the simple past. But of course, it doesn't mean that this wish, it is in past. This wish, it is written in past, but it is happening in the present, okay? For example, here, I wish I had a recording of their conversation. What does it mean? It means that Talia doesn't have a recording now, but she wants one. Amy says, I wish Talia didn't work all the time. So this is simple past since Talia didn't work all the time, but this is in a negative way. I wish Talia didn't work, just in case, as we use didn't, always the verb in base form. I wish Talia didn't work all the time. What does it mean? That Talia works all the time, okay? And what happens here? In this case, we have a special part. When we want to use, for example, the verb to be in simple past, we are going to use where for all the verbs, for all the subjects, okay? All the subjects. For example, I can say here, for example, I don't know, I wish maybe he were here. We know that this subject he works with was, but when we use wish for conditionals in this grammar of uses of wish, always we are going to use were for all the subjects. It doesn't care if it is he, she, it, but we're going to use where. Okay, so we have to use this. Now, what else do we have to use? Another thing that we have is the second wish. Let's go here. What this wish says about. In this case, we're going to have the wish plus not the simple past. We're going to use the past perfect. And when we're going to use this? When we talk about regrets, something that we, I don't know, that we, for example, that we didn't do in the past, but we wish that we would do it, for example. Or maybe in the opposite, something that in the past we did it, and we are like, come on, I wish I hadn't done it, okay? So I regret, okay? So in this case, we're going to have this structure with past perfect. I could say, I wish in the positive, for example, I wish I had traveled with them. What does it mean? That I didn't travel. Now I regret for that. So the other in negative, I wish he hadn't, maybe he hadn't bought that. Yeah, I wish he hadn't bought that because it doesn't serve, for example, it doesn't work. Okay, so when we express regret, I just wish I had been more careful. It means that I wasn't careful. Okay, or maybe that Talia wasn't careful. The third wish, it is when we use with would and always with the verb in base. For example, I wish, in this case, we are going to use this with would when we add a third personal need. Okay, when we express our desire to somebody else. Okay, to somebody. Okay, so I can say, I wish you would pass your test. Okay, so I am expressing my desire to somebody else. I wish you would pass the test, okay? And always with would and the verb in base form. For example, here, and I wish you would stop kicking yourself, okay? We can't use don't, okay? Never. Always, we can't use will not, for example, because we're expressing a desire for future. But in this case, when we want to desire, when we want to make some wish to somebody else and or for his or her future, always we're going to use would, okay? So number 4, when we talk about abilities, we're going to use could, never can. Okay, could plus verb in base form. So this we're gonna use in order to express, okay, a wish about ability, but ability in the present, okay, always. So for example, I can say this, I wish we could win the game. Okay, I wish we could win the game. This is a wish about ability, but in the present. Okay, yo deseo que nosotros podamos ganar el juego. Okay, so that is the thing about this. Now we have here, I wish I could go back and do it over. Yo desearía poder volver y hacerlo otra vez. We never use can. Never, never, ever. Okay? Never we use could. So, do we have some question until here? Eunice?
Sorry, teacher, my internet's a little slow.
Okay, okay, don't worry. So, do we have some question until here?
No, teacher, understood.
Okay, perfect, excellent. Now, no. Okay, so let's go to the platform, okay?
Okay, teacher, do I share you my screen?
Yes, but give me a second because I am assigning you. Okay,
Okay.
you're going to upload. Mm, mm. Oh. Okay. Okay, perfect. So you could share me now. You could upload the page.
Which one?
Yes. That is the thing. Okay. Okay. Perfect, very good. So let's go next. In this case, it's the same as the other. For example, that we have to use if, for example, in the number 1, we have the expression that we are using in simple present. Always remember this, Eunice. When you want to make a desire that can be transmitted in present, we have to use it in with no. That is for regrettings. Yes, that's for regret.
I'm not a reporter, so it says I wish I hadn't been a reporter.
No. It's the same as wish. For example, I told you, Talia says, I'm not a reporter. So this is a wish for present. So how can I say, yo desearía ser una reportera? Thinking in the present. We use with had.
I wish I were a reporter.
Yes, right? Yes, so be careful in this.
So here's talking about past. So I wish Tony hadn't told me, or I wish Tony hadn't asked me to work late yesterday.
Yes, that's right.
Also here he's saying it hasn't returned my calls. I wish Amy.
In this case, for example, it says Amy hasn't returned my calls. So she didn't do it. What is your wish? Your wish
Return. I wish Amy should or could return my calls.
Should?
Could?
Could? No, it's not an ability. You have to use a desire in future because you are hoping, you are waiting for her call. So, what do I use for desires in the future?
Would?
Yes.
Return my calls?
Yes.
So here says, I can't give Talia a job as a reporter right away. And here he's wishing that he doesn't want to give Talia a job reporter, or he wants to give Talia a job as a reporter.
What do you think?
I wish I hadn't give Talia a job as a reporter right away.
No, because Tony is talking about an action that it's expressing ability.
So Could.
Yes.
I wish I could. I
Sí.
wish I could give. Teacher here is could keep quiet or could kept quiet.
What statement is your person using? Jean.
Jackie won't keep quiet. So he's talking about present.
So,
We put it only present.
because we're not talking about abilities, just in case. We are not saying about something that we can do. Okay. Now, yes, right? So always be careful on that. Okay, when we, for example, we use abilities, always we're going to see can. Or maybe if we see something in future, always we're gonna see will. But we know that for wish, for future, we have to use would. And for abilities, we have to use could, okay? So always try to be careful on this, okay? So do we have some question until here, Eunice?
No, teacher.
Okay. Now, let me see if we can do one more grammar. Yes, okay. I will share you because this is an easy grammar. Now, we have here this. We have the be supposed to. Okay, be supposed to. When we talk about things that we expect, okay, for expectations, so it means se supone que in present or se suponía que in past, okay? So now we're going to see here, for example, this. When we talk about present, okay, we are talking about this. In present, we use the verb to be, but the verb to be am, is, are, okay? Am, is, are. So we have this verb to be. Now, in this case, I have the past of be. The only thing that is going to change in this grammar, it is going to be the verb to be. Was, where. Okay, so now be supposed to. This is the only thing that is going to be changed. Depends on if we are talking in present, am, is, are, or if we are talking about past, was, were. Okay, so the structure that we have for this grammar, it is the following one. This is like subject plus be plus supposed to, and always the verb in base form plus the complement. And if we talk about present, we can talk about, for example, like maybe I am supposed to, for example, am supposed to, to finish my homework or to be early. Okay, so we are talking about present. For example, I arrived to the office and I say, oh, sorry, I am supposed to be early. I am late now. Okay, so we are talking about present. What happened when we talk about past? For example, it is 5:45 and I don't know, one of my friends doesn't appear. So I will say, what happened? She was supposed to come today. Okay, so she was supposed to come today. Maybe we could put the hour at 5. Okay, so now it's like 6. She was supposed to come today at 5. Okay, so we're talking about this in past. The structure that we have for past, negative, it's gonna be the following. For example, this. We are going to put only not after supposed to. This is for present, okay? Negative. So, for example, I don't know. You aren't supposed to visit me, for example. Or maybe in past, we weren't supposed to travel in past. If we want to make questions with this, we're going to use only the be at the beginning, no more. Be plus supposed. Okay, so we have here like are they supposed to buy that? Or maybe was she supposed to study now or to study yesterday? Okay, so this is the three ways that we could use with affirmative, negative, and interrogative when we use be supposed to. Okay, so until here, do we have some question about this, Eunice?
No, teacher, I understand.
Perfect. Okay, so now let's go to the platform. Okay. Shh. Okay.
Teacher, could you, I was taking notes.
Oh, I stopped sharing, so it was deleted everything.
Oh, okay, teacher.
Okay, so where were you?
On the two last line.
Okay, so it was about the questions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, always we'll start with be. Okay, be plus the subject plus supposed to plus the verb in base form plus the complement.
Okay, teacher.
So that is the structure. Okay, and be supposed to is the third grammar. Be supposed to. Okay. Okay, there's one mistake there. Professor Roberts is, right? Is supposed to be. Yes. Okay, perfect. Now let's go next. Okay, perfect. Excellent, Eunice. Okay, so yes, in this part we have to be careful when we are using the, for example, these kind of things like the were or was. Okay, only that part. But after all, everything is okay. Okay, so
Okay.
that is everything with this. Okay, now we're going to finish with the daily survey. Okay. Okay, Eunice. So see you tomorrow, Eunice. Take care a lot.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, teacher. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.